Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 1411.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about the port strike ending. Isn't that great news that they were able to come to an agreement relatively quickly? It was on everyone's mind that the longer this went on, not only could it cause a catastrophe in the country, but also it could reignite inflation longer term. So we were thrilled to see that on Thursday, the U.S. dockworkers and the United States Maritime Alliance agreed to a tentative deal on wages and have extended their existing contract through January 15th to provide time to negotiate a new contract. That ends the strike that snarled the East Coast and the Gulf Coast ports since the beginning of the week and threatened the supply of fruits, automobiles, and other goods in the United States. The agreement is they will extend the master contract until January 15th, 2025 to return to the bargaining table to renegotiate all other outstanding issues. During the week, the strike had already started to stress the U.S. supply chain. Thousands of containers had been dumped at the wrong ports, and billions of dollars in goods were anchored offshore because ports were not operational. Shipping costs had already started to rise. The wages will increase 61.5% over 6 years under the tentative agreement, and the central conflict, which is over port automation, is still under negotiation. The International Longshoremen's Association launched the strike by 45,000 port workers, its first major work stoppage since 1977, on Tuesday after talks for a new 6-year contract broke down. U.S. President Joe Biden's administration has sided with the union, putting pressure on the port employers to raise their offer to secure a deal and citing the shipping industry's bumper profits since the COVID-19 pandemic. The strike affected 36 ports, including New York, Baltimore, and Houston, that handle a range of containerized goods. Economists have said the port closures would not initially raise consumer prices because companies had accelerated shipments in recent months of key goods. However, a prolonged stoppage would have eventually filtered through, with food prices likely to react first, according to Morgan Stanley economists. Tony Pelly, Global Practice Director for Security and Resilience at BSI Americas, said, "After the first week, we can expect some impact on perishable products like bananas, other fruits, seafood, and coffee, meaning fewer goods are reaching consumers, potentially driving up prices." A tentative deal would still need to be ratified by the rank-and-file ILA members before it would take effect, but with ships stuck at sea unable to come into U.S. ports to unload and load goods, the union has agreed to have workers return to work today. The agreement on wages amounts to a $4 per hour raise for each year of the 6-year contract, a source with knowledge of the negotiations told CNN. That amounts to a first-year raise of just over 10% of the current contract's top pay of $39 an hour. With the 5 subsequent pay hikes, it would raise wages by 62% over the life of the contract. For each day of the strike, it will take approximately a week, it is said, to work through all of the cargo containers and the backups. So we'll still see repercussions of this over the next month, but at least they were able to come to a quick agreement and start getting the workers and the cargo shipments back to normal. We definitely feel grateful to see that quick resolution. If you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified as soon as new podcasts are available. And all of my podcasts are on my website at lindapjones.com/podcasts. And while you're there, sign up for my weekly newsletter for more wealth tips for your financial freedom. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.